Hey, my name is ShadowSense and you're watching Arcade Spirits and New Challengers. So, I fell off the deep end and was pushing everyone to train as hard as they could for FOD2, then I had an intervention, and now it's time for me to apologize to my team. It's time to wrap this mess up. And that's why I want to apologize. I took my own hang-ups and fixations over being a perpetual winner and made them your problem. I hurt my friends and I hurt myself. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. I lost sight of what's most important, our friendships and living our lives. This trouble is my doing. I'm going to make amends. In fact, we'll come out of this better than we were before. More understanding, more flexible. I promise to do my best to make amends. So if you forgive me for my mistakes, I'd like to start anew, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. We're with you every step of the way. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we're glad to get back to normal around here.
Of course.
Exactly. We'll keep training and we'll fight at your side in the Pro Tour Finals, but we'll be more sensible about it. And a chime interrupts us as Drace fumbles with her phone. Oh, hang on. I need to take this. Keep going, please. Right, so I think we're gonna take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit and...
You got mail.
My lord, you have a message. Ah, pardon. Terrible timing. I'll be right back. Could y'all, put your phones on mute while I give my big rally the team dramatic speech? I've been giving and receiving big emotional speeches all day, and honestly, I'm completely exhausted by it and would like to get through this one so I could go take a nap. Right. Phone on mute. Continue the preaching. We'll take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit and maybe play some other games. As of today, we are on siesta. We can still play FOD2 if we want to stay sharp, but it's no longer a soul-crushing obligation. Let's call this an impromptu vacation. Time we can spend sharing in each other's gaming pursuits. Driving? Light guns? Shmups? Let's mix it up. We did qualify for the Pro Tour though, so we can't take our eyes completely off the ball. I'd like to still take that shot since it's available. So expect stress levels to go back up when we pack up our bags and fly off to join the event, but win or lose, I want us to walk away feeling satisfied. Thanks everyone. I know things have been rough, but we're coming out the other side of this a stronger team, and better friends. So let's hear it for the ShadowSense Lounge.
That was amazing.
It's the best team I've ever been a part of.
Awesome sauce.
We rock. We totally and completely rock.
Okay, sure. Why not?
We're above average, and that's okay.
Good.
There's too many of us in this room for me to really squeeze in for a group hug, but rest assured I'm cheering quietly over here. What a messy week, and a mess of my own making. But I'm in a better place having owned up to that mess. This is what Iris wanted for me all along. And with the help of my friends, I'll get to where I need to be. All in all, not a bad way to close out this chapter of my life. Is that it for Chapter 7? Oh.
Valkyrie cheated to win that match at Pinky Paradise.
Ooh.
It took time to complete the investigation, but I believe she hacked FOD2 to secure her victory.
Well then. Interesting development. What?
In addition, Coda's accident was not attempted suicide. It was attempted murder, and Valkyrie may have arranged the kill.
What? What? Excuse the fuck out of me? No. I want answers. I mean, what? Cheating? Murder? Well, I know an arcade engineer from Fairchild Funworks, and right after the loss I phoned her to ask if she could look into things, and according to my allies, there's good evidence that the cyberbullying campaign against Coda involved a series of targeted harassment bots. Telltale signs of modification to the game despite attempts to erase her digital footprints afterward. Entirely possible that this goes beyond harsh words and into deliberately altering medical records. One at a time, please. Ah, apologies. Very rude of me. Grace, ladies first. Oh, okay. Well then. I believe that Victoria Proud made her Iris hack FOD2 to ensure her triumphant victory at Pengy Paradise. So to be clear, we're calling hacks on that match? Nif told me never to speak to him again after that match, but seemed worried, nervous even. I don't know why he would go along with cheating, but clearly he felt conflicted. Now it makes sense.
Are you kidding me?
She cheated to beat us? All this angst and woe and worry was because some retiree refused to let go of the spotlight? That's it. Zapper's gonna break some kneecaps, so I'm gonna go work on her. Whoa. Let's verify the evidence before we start dealing out frontier justice, okay? Grace, what proof do we have? Well, nothing conclusive, I'm afraid. Modifications were definitely made to the files in FOD2 machine storage on the day of the match, which shouldn't have happened. The game wasn't auto-updating or anything. The network functions were accessed as well, which doesn't make sense considering we were playing locally, not online. Because Iris is capable of hacking FOD2. Of course, I remember helping to install the FOD2 machine in our apartments. Just runs vaporware for Workgroups 3.11, an old PC operating system. Iris even offered to install some game mods for us. Exactly. If anyone can hack the game, it's her. And we all know Valkyrie uses an Iris. It's always been a possibility. Hacking in high-level esports happens all the time with non-professional games. People install scripts or bots. But we've always thought it's impossible on the pro circuit since the games are locked down so tightly.
What if we switch it up?
But if someone could access a game during a match and hack it while it's live without someone noticing, it's possible. But Iris wouldn't cheat. She's this benevolent genie in a bottle kind of app, right? I could cheat if I wanted to. I'd do anything to support my user, just like you've taught me to. I bet Valkyrie's Iris sees things the same way. I'd be happy to help you cheat. Do you want me to do that? Just say the word and it's done. What have you been teaching your Iris, Shadow? Let's conveniently forget what she said just now and focus on the Valkyrie hack, please. I thought Iris would refuse to work for evil people, but if you could sway your Iris to that point of view, so could Valkyrie. Hey, I'm not evil. I mean, I'm not saying you are. Just saying Valkyrie is a master manipulator. She could likely convince her Iris that cheating was somehow a good thing. Now we can't prove Valkyrie cheated, but all the signs are there, and it would explain why we couldn't score a single point against her. It makes perfect sense. If we can't prove she cheated, is there anything else we could do? Yeah, this is not gonna stand. Mere words cannot express this hellish mist of absolute rage that has enveloped me. Those are some pretty neat words, actually. This shit will not stand. We are going to expose her, get her kicked out of the Pro Tour, arrested, 1,000 years dungeon. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Shadow, considering how far she's willing to go to stop her rivals.
A bit concerning, that.
There's the not-so-small matter of what she did to Coda. What she allegedly did to Coda, but I trust my sources on the matter. I can't say who obtained this information for me exactly, but that should be irrelevant. The findings are what matters. Meaning he talked to the Hacker Collective, keeping Iris and her sisters going. It doesn't want to chat about them in front of the group. I can play along. Right. What do you got?
An unpleasant business, this.
Coda was being cyberbullied. His social media feeds were flooded with mockery, threats, harassment, and suggestions that he should go kill himself. But after further investigation, more than 2/3 of those accounts attacking him turned out to be bots, falsified accounts with recognizable speech patterns. And in light of Grace's revelations, likely those bots were set up by Valkyrie's Iris. What? It gets worse. Someone hacked Coda's medical records. He was taking antidepressants, but his prescription got cancelled and all records of his mental illness were wiped.
Most unfortunate.
He tried to get refills on his medication, but was denied every time. and eventually Kota went off his meds. Psychological collapse followed. I should have spoken up. I'd been quietly following the Kota situation out of a strange sort of curiosity, like watching a car crash from a distance. That's why when he tried to kill himself, I asked my aunt to step in and investigate. It felt off. If I was going to murder someone, that's how I'd do it. I'd find their emotional weaknesses, exploit them, and let the problem solve itself. But an Iris almost killed someone? Seriously? What sort of twisted code of ethics is Valkyrie teaching her Iris that she'd be willing to go that far? Domino's right. This is too indirect and too accountably considered murder. Valkyrie and her Iris simply arranged to push Kota over the edge. He was already in emotional peril after we humiliated him in front of the internet. An encouraging push isn't illegal, technically. But to me, this was murder. But no, come on, Kota was beaten, down and out. Why would Valkyrie go that far?
I disagree, my friend.
When have you known Valkyrie to let go of a grudge? Look at how she stole our sponsor, encouraged you to back down from the challenge, hacked a game just to push her star higher than yours. We are clearly dealing with a narcissistic sociopath. Sociopath with an emotionally vulnerable Iris. So Valkyrie's entire Return to Glory storyline, coming back from retirement and putting her enemies down in the process, nothing but a manufactured series of lies. And given how far she's gone with this, I doubt she's done causing harm. So Valkyrie's absolute scum. The question becomes, what do we do about it?
Hold on.
We're headed for another showdown, aren't we? We qualified for the Pro Tour and so did Team P2W. That means facing Valkyrie again. You just know that if she'd cheat to beat us in a charity show match, she'd absolutely cheat to destroy us in the main event. Can't let this slide. Gotta do something, right?
This can't be happening.
We need to save her Iris. That poor child manipulated by Valkyrie's twisted whims. Not to mention if Taco was caught in the middle of all of this. No way he'd actually be okay with this scheme. I know him. But if Valkyrie is willing to kill Kota just for embarrassing her, what would she do to us if we try to expose her?
I don't know.
This is bigger than I'd ever thought it'd be. Maybe bigger than our little team can take on. I'm just as worried, Grace, and you're right that this is bigger than our little team, but that's why we have to do something about it. If she gets away with this, it sends a message that anything goes in the name of esports success, that bad actors can go unpunished and toxicity is acceptable. So maybe we'll be putting ourselves at risk, but we have to act.
As you wish.
Then we will act, so be it. What's your plan for exposing the crimes of Victoria Proud and toppling the throne of Team Play to Win? How will we beat her, you ask? Simple. I have no idea, but I'm hoping it'll be simple. Oh, it's quite simple, actually. We just need to install a packet sniffer and cheat detector package in the FOD2 machine, and it'll detect when her Iris hacks in. Great! How do we do that? Well, I guess we convince the Pro Tour organizers to install custom software of my own design and trust when it says Valkyrie is cheating. Maybe this isn't so simple after all. I don't think one little newcomer team, especially one that was beaten by P2W in the past, will be able to convince them. So we require leverage. Something that will give us credibility, or at least a position of strength to be allowed to expose Valkyrie. This is going to take some planning. And given that I've been through the emotional ringer today, my brain is shutting down. Can we pick this up tomorrow? I'll consider the options and get back to you. Of course. We trust you to find a path through this unknown territory. Bearing in mind that one misstep will result in what little we have left of our public image being annihilated, effectively ending the Shadowsons Lounge forever. Yes, let's avoid that, if we can. It's official, I am in way over my head here. Defending my team and esports as a whole from a megalomaniacal tyrant wanting to kill to get what she wants? This isn't about winning or losing anymore. It's not about my championship glory or my dreams of victory. Now, we must fight to survive. And if I can't find a way out of this situation, it'll be the end of the Shadowsense Lounge. And possibly my life. Woo! That was nuts. Level clear, though. Alright, so still up there with the hearts and the balance and the guts. All the way with Jinx. No, I'm good. Ooh, the final level. Yes. Definitely save. Final level. Winner stays on. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not about winning and losing. Maybe it never really was. This is about deciding who you are and what you believe in. It's about making a stand. I don't know if it's possible to win. We fought hard to reach the end of this road, but the final result is going to be tainted. Odds are we won't be granted the title of champion even if we do somehow win, but I don't care anymore. I will stand resolute against the ones who want me to fade away. Valkyrie and my own self-loathing. Because even if I can't win, I will not lose. It is the distant future year of 20XX, and we're apparently all that stands against the dark future of esports corruption. It's not exactly what I was aiming to accomplish when I started on this path, but you play the game in front of you, not the game you wanted to play. Valkyrie is forcing her Iris to cheat at FOD2 so she can rise all the way to the top. What's more, she's proven ready and willing to hurt anyone who stands against her. Naturally, I've chosen to stand against this. Not a smart move for my continued well-being, but if I care one whit about fair play or even human decency, there's no other option. But we can't just call hacks on her. Nobody would believe us. We need evidence. We need to sway the Pro Tour's organizers to hear that evidence. Not a test that the Shadowsense Lounge can accomplish alone. We're going to need leverage. But before I can arrange any sort of leverage, it seems I've got one last task on my list to take care of. Temptation. Here I am in the belly of the beast, the penthouse lair of Team Play to Win. At the top of a skyscraper, as if attempting to rival Mount Olympus, P2W work and play and work, all under command of one Victoria Proud. Valkyrie, coach, manager, owner, cheat, swindler, arguably also an attempted murderer.
And of course, our players have private rooms. I know most of your team are playing bunkmates to save money, but here we respect your privacy. And the view's terrific from up here, of course. There's also a hot tub on the deck when you want to relax after a hard day of training. We've got all the energy drinks you could want in our 7 different fridges.
Wow, 7 fridges. Ooh, it's supposed to impress me. I nod along, only half paying attention to her sales pitch. Valkyrie arranged this meeting with me. While I have my guesses as to why, she's happier to give me the tour first. None of it sways me, but I pretend to care as she lists the many perks of being part of P2W. Flexing her power and wealth before we get down to business.
And of course, we're well stocked with products provided by all our sponsors. So we're never lacking for gear or snacks. I sense you're not amused by our humble abode. You want to get on with business, yes? Okay. Tour over. Let's talk.
She pauses, letting the whole aura of the place sink in and entice me before speaking.
I invited you here today for one simple reason. I want to recruit you.
What?
I know. We've been at each other's throats since the start of this. We're destined to face each other in the finals. So you're thinking, why would Val extend the olive branch? I'll tell you. The fact of the matter is that you're going to lose the championship. Remember, I told you we'd beat you at Pengy Paradise, and I wasn't lying. This is no different. You can't win this one.
This can't just be overconfidence, she's going to cheat. This time we're ready, or we're going to set the trap and bait her into it. When she cheats, we'll be ready. But why offer to hire me for her team if she knows she can stop us easily? May as well just ask. I don't get it. Why? Are you hoping I'll back out of the tournament?
No, Play to Win needs to defeat your team in a fully sanctioned and official match. Until now, we've only beaten your team in unofficial show matches, and I want it on record. And once the dust settles from this, once your team is shown to be nothing but a squad of laundromat casuals, there's no reason you can't switch sides and join the real champions. See that ambition of yours through to the end. I'm sure you care about your friends, and that's noble, but you also know they aren't winners. Not like you. Pushing them to become a professional team was a mistake. It's time to realize that, and realize the only path to your glory lies with me. My vision? After you lose the finals, your team disbands and you join me. Everybody wins. Sound good to you?
I'm already where I belong. You've got a pretty clear pecking order in your... Ugh. You've got a pretty clear pecking order in your mind of where my friends and I belong, but I don't care if I win or lose anymore. As long as I'm with my friends, I'm happy. The Shadowsense Lounge is here to stay, even if we never win a single match. I already have everything I want and need from life. You've got nothing to offer me. So, with respect? No, not taking your offer. Well, that's disappointing. I thought you were ready to do what it takes to realize your dreams. The glory was never my dream. Just took some time to realize that. Fine. I see we can't come to terms. It's a pity, but I did my best. You can go now. This meeting is over. Obligingly, I turn to leave. But there's one more thing I could do. It's risky. It's possibly a terrible idea, honestly, but maybe it's the right thing to do? No second chances. Nope, I can't offer her a chance to end her wicked ways. She's already done too much harm to let her skate on this. And if I made the attempt and she refused to do that right thing, it may tip her hand about the trap that awaits her. Until we meet again, Miss Proud. This course was locked in long ago. Now, the only opportunity she gets is an opportunity to expose her own crimes. Provided we can set the trap properly without destroying ourselves in the process. One trap thoroughly baited. Except for one teensy-weensy problem. We don't actually have a trap yet, just a pile of bait waiting for a proper trap to be built around it. Shadow, you are super not great at metaphors. Hey, at least he's consistently bad at them. There's something to be said for consistency. However, I have a fine array of steel-jawed traps available for the choosing. This is why I've gathered the team today. I just want us to select the means by which we shall enact justice upon Valkyrie.
A bit concerning.
Indeed, we need to be thoughtful in matters of justice. In dealing with Coda and Divine, we were a bit thoughtless. We can do better. We need to make sure Valkyrie's crimes are exposed, but also do it in a way that's fair and efficient. Okay, so some of my proposals may not meet those standards, but hear me out. I want to lay everything on the table before we decide. I think we have 4 options here. I'm confident enough in my ability to make all 4 work, so it's just a question of which one we want to run with. The first candidate on offer is probably the most obvious one. Punchy78, lead reporter for Fight Shack. He keeps giving our team news coverage on Fight Shack, so maybe he'd be willing to help in exchange for an exclusive interview or something? Punchy's been following our rivalry with Team Play to Win closely and keeping the public informed, so involving him is a natural next step. It's simple enough. We tell Punchy78 everything we know about Valkyrie's crimes, offer juicy details for his website, get everything out there for the public to see, and in return he uses his connections to get us before the Pro Tour organizers so we can convince them to run Grace's anti-cheat detection software. We catch Valkyrie in the trap, exposing her cheating, and Fight Shack's right there to get the word out far and wide.
I see your point.
I've worked with Fight Shack in the past. Punchy would be more than happy to help us out. He's a great guy.
I anticipate failure.
Except he's also given Valkyrie just as much glowing praise. Her comeback story wouldn't have been possible without Fight Shack.
Bad idea.
He used to do freelance copywriting for websites before we turned pro. Trust me when I say the press can and will spend anything for more ad revenue and more clicks. And even if Punchy's totally in our corner, Valkyrie's adept at manipulating public image. She could easily slip out from under this. Okay, well, we have another option. If what we want is justice, there's a direct and simple appeal we can make. We call the cops on her, and they sort this mess out. On the night of the Coda incident, I spoke with an officer in charge of cybercrime, fraud, harassment, things like that, Detective Jiwoo Cho. The cops are supposed to be the ones you call at times like these, and this is Domino's aunt, so we can have some confidence we'll see justice done.
Sure thing.
Trust me, Auntie's on the level. She's one of the only people in my family who gives a single solitary fuck about me. Jiwoo will make this work.
No f***ing way.
The cops? Seriously? No freaking way. We don't need the pigs in on this. Sorry, Dom, but Auntie or no Auntie, bacon always smells like bacon.
No
Hell
thanks.
yeah, Zapper's ACAB as fuck. Zap's right, this would result in a much larger scale public scandal, putting us in the scene in a bad light. We have to think about the health of the esports community as a whole. Okay, so there's another option, even though it's riskier, I'll warn. I know this one's going to sound ridiculous, but you know me. You know I wouldn't lie to you about something this important. Back at Max, I was contacted by a mysterious woman in black from some unknown branch of the federal government. For reasons a bit too weird to get into, involving my brain nearly getting scrubbed by a haunted arcade game. Bear with me. This agent said if I had any information about someone abusing the technology behind Iris, I should call her. We know Valkyrie is manipulating her Iris to dominate the scene, cheating at contests and harassing her enemies into the grave, abusing the tech this woman is trying to control. This is risky. This is possibly the same one who shut down the Iris project because of its strange origins. But she is a strong contender for making this whole situation go away.
Impressive.
Something keenly appealing about Valkyrie vanishing into some CIA prison. Assuming this supposed mystery woman is CIA, or NSA, or FBI, or whatever. Trust you when you say you aren't making up this weirdness. And I'm in favor of a measured but risky play, so I say why not? Why not? Because that's the woman who nearly murdered Iris. Shadow was right, she was involved in the shutdown, and now we want her to handle someone abusing an Iris? We can't risk it. She's the one who demanded Iris be killed. She's the one I've been scared of, the reason I haven't been involved in Iris's life. But this is a two birds, one stone situation. I thought this through. In return for offering up a criminal abusing Iris's technology, we can negotiate a peace treaty, get her off Iris's back. This could be good for both the Shadowsons Lounge and the Iris Collective. A long shot, an extreme long shot. I have my doubts about this, Shadow, but I believe you know why. I can do it. You turn me loose and you'll see what I can do. We play our cards right, we can secure justice for Valkyrie and justice for Iris. And that brings me to the final option, which might be the most extreme one of the bunch. We have an in with the team that's running the Iris Collective. A gang of justice-minded hackers. Shadow. This is going to mean outing Loxley to the group, but maybe it's time. If we're going to have our best chance at righting these wrongs, it has to be done. This isn't the time for cloak and dagger. It's high time we put all our cards on the table, Loxley. Do you agree? Huh? I see. So be it, for the glory of the Shadowsons Lounge and for justice itself. I'm involved with a group called the Ghost Monsters. They are indeed the anonymous hacker group behind the Iris Collective. Loxley? My true purpose here was to watch over Grace to ensure she remains safe and free from involvement in our crimes. The Irises tasked us with this out of love for their creator.
I offer my sincere apologies.
I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry, everyone. My original reason for coming to Good Clean Fun was a subterfuge. Huh? What? What? That explains a few things, notably why you're so keen on spending time with Grace. Huh. I wasn't expecting to get involved in an international cloak and dagger affair, but yet here we are. We trusted you. As friends, companions, and teammates? This is all a farce? On the contrary, I believe it to be real and with all my heart. I hold fast to those I care for, and I consider you all my cherished friends. But the honest truth of that is that my original purpose was dishonorable. If you wish me to depart this team, I will understand. I already knew. What? I knew. I knew all along that you were working with Iris. I am very smart, you know.
That's wonderful.
But I also knew you did it out of love. Love for Iris. And so I didn't say anything. That kept us all safe, and I didn't want you to feel like you'd fail in your mission. I apologize. I failed in more ways than I can count. Nothing to apologize for. You were in a difficult position, and if I can forgive any supposed transgression, I'd hope the rest of the Shadowsons Lounge can too, right?
Okay, sure. Why not?
I'm generally in favor of sneaky bastards fighting for the side of good. And it's not like we aren't already knee-deep in weirdness, so hey, damage done, move on. Can't say I'm thrilled, but it's Grace's call as the person most affected. I trust her judgment, you should too.
Wait.
I am 15 different flavors of confusion right now. Bottom line it for me, please. Are we going to jail? We should be in the clear, Zap. Even if one of our team is a cyber criminal with pirated software, we're hardly accomplices. But let's put that aside and focus on the original point. Loxley's allies, the ones running the Iris Collective, could help us? How? Ah, right, let me continue. With Loxley's help, we can reach out to them and ask the ghost monsters to dig up solid evidence on Valkyrie's crimes, then leak it onto the internet. They can likely also help us get the anti-cheat software installed so we can detect Valkyrie's crimes live and direct. Honestly, this is the most powerful option we have on the table. It sinks us deeper and deeper in a wild conspiracy, but it's a strong win. The court of public opinion will take over after all the dirt comes out, and we'll walk free with all the plausible deniability Rhapsody mentioned. Okay, this is too much. Could we dial it back from Hollywood thriller levels and just focus on getting Valkyrie slam-dunked in public? Yeah, even if this would be a near-instant win for us, we'd be better off not digging ourselves any deeper than we need to. So, those are the options we've got. We asked Punchy78 for help, working within esports to let Valkyrie be tried in the media. She may weasel out of it somehow, but it's clean and ethical. We call on Detective Cho to bring Valkyrie to justice and clean up the gaming scene in the process through heavy-handed but legitimate channels. We take the gamble and get the woman in black to quietly handle this matter and maybe even save Iris from this old enemy. Or we turn in the anonymous hackers known as the Ghost Monsters to completely obliterate Valkyrie from orbit with digital evidence. I strongly believe that all of these options will work. I will make them work, so don't be afraid of failure. But given every single option has had people for and against, I'm not sure which ones we should go with. All those in favor of dumping this decision wholly on the head of our coach, manager, cat wrangler, so we don't have to deal with this nonsense ourselves? Yeah, okay, plus that way if someone goes to jail, it's not me. I trust Shadow's decisions, a great team manager and a good friend. I'm sure his choice will work out fine, right? I have concerns, but loyalty means faith and trust. I will trust in you and put your faith in strategy. Me, I'm thinking this is the one reason why we can pay you the big bucks, so you can deal with crap like this. You don't pay me anything. Point is, you should go with what your heart tells you, okay? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm certain I can make any of these options work. I wouldn't have brought them up as options if I wasn't sure of that. that in mind, the ally we're going to choose will be... And we're gonna save that for the next episode. So, the next episode will likely be the finale, so stick around for that. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.